Welcome to Still Stella.
Living life sarcastically.
Hi, y'all. Welcome to Still Stella, Living Life Sarcastically. Happy New Year, y'all. Today we are talking about resolutions and fresh starts. I like to say I'm starting the new year off on the right foot. This way, my left foot is still ready to kick some ass. Let's make this the best year yet. It is time again for that new year, new me bullshit. I can't believe it's been a whole year and I still haven't become a better person. Will this year be the one I become less of a psycho menopausal bitch? I think probably not. Menopause. Apparently, puberty wasn't enough torture, so your body decides to go through hormones again, but in reverse. Both, of course, make you crazy and cranky. Did you know back in the day, menopause was considered a demon possession which required a priest or an exorcism? More proof you really don't want to mess with us badasses. We are not stable and could levitate at any moment. Look out, hubby. Life could be more scary than you thought. Will I make it to midnight on New Year's Eve? Of course. I don't sleep anyway. But if I happen to finally get some sleep, it would definitely be on New Year's Eve, waiting for the ball to drop in Times Square. It just hasn't been the same without Dick Clark's Rockin' Eve. I'm going to make sure I stay up past midnight just to make sure 2025 is over. No sneaking back in when we aren't looking. Move along. Nothing to see here. Some people brave the crowds and busy venues for New Year's Eve. You know, like Times Square in New York or the Strip in Las Vegas. Not me. I prefer hanging out with family and friends at home, drinking, eating, and laughing the new year in without all the crazy people. Well, I guess that's not entirely true. Family can be the craziest of all, but I love them and look forward to celebrating with them. There are always tons of fireworks on New Year's Eve, and of course, some setting things on fire. One year, we released lanterns. It was supposed to be a safer option. Let's just say it wasn't any safer than the fireworks. It was more like a fiery lantern floating and spiraling in the wind through the sky, waiting to see where it lands, hoping nothing caught on fire along the way. I mean, what could go wrong? Mixing alcohol and fire? How many of you are recovering from the extensive festivities from last night? Little too much wine? Little too much food? Not enough sleep. I hope you enjoyed ringing in the new year, partying it up with your friends and family, saying goodbye to that long year we just had. New Year's Day traditions at our house include eating cabbage for money and black-eyed peas for good luck in the coming year. They also say whatever you're doing on New Year's Day, you will be doing all year long. So I try to make sure I'm doing something I enjoy, even if it's just vegging with the fur babies on the couch watching movies. That is, of course, if I remembered to pick up another remote control. Add to the list of latest items destroyed by the cute little girlie is the remote control. We forgot to put it away before we ran out to do errands, and she made sure to utterly destroy it. She even tried to chew the batteries. I swear, she must have jaws of steel. She is really teaching us to be better at putting things away and picking up after ourselves. Before we leave the house, we make rounds to confirm bedroom and office doors are closed. This way, she can't find more things to defeat in her little war against the world. Since it's important on New Year's Day to do something you want to be doing all year, I think New Year's Day would be best spent aggravating my hubby. I'm really good at it, and we all know he deserves it. I'll spend the day testing his patience and driving him crazy. With the new year comes the time to release all the unnecessary drama from the year. Time to let go of those negative feelings and drama some people bring to our lives. Honestly, I know I don't need this in my life, and I try to move forward as quickly as possible. Those determined to keep living in the negative will eventually knock themselves out with exhaustion. In the meantime, I'll be over here living my best life with sarcasm and a smile. Now it's time to start recovering not only from all the food and drink we took in over the holidays, but it's also time to give our wallet a much-needed break. I always go into the holidays saying, I'm only going to spend this much, then things ultimately get out of hand. That's not that I'm irresponsible. I just enjoy buying gifts for others. I enjoy spreading joy and seeing the laughs and smiles. This is the time of year for clearing out the old and bringing in the new. I hope that doesn't mean this old bird is on her way out. I know hubby would be in big trouble if he tried to get rid of me and bring in someone new. He'd find himself on the underside of a pillow, wondering where he went wrong. Caution, hubby, tread lightly. How about those New Year's resolutions? It's time again for that New Year, New Me bullshit. Yeah, I know, I said it. I can't believe it's been a whole year and I still haven't become a better person. I'm still just living life sarcastically, and I don't intend to change. Besides, I don't think I'm all bad. At least I'm good for a laugh and maybe just a little chuckle. I feel like setting unrealistic goals for resolutions is just a waste of time. How can I even keep up with resolutions when I already forget what I'm doing while I'm doing it? I definitely need to write those resolutions down just so I don't forget them. Unfortunately, I'm sure they will end up in the Twilight Zone with all my grocery lists that I dutifully make and then leave at home instead of taking them with me to the store. What's the point anyway? Some people go overboard with their resolutions, and I admire their tenacity trying to meet them. I just don't have the energy to keep up with them, though. I'll stay here on the sidelines, cheering you all on as you work to accomplish your goals. You can do it. I'll sip my wine watching you work your ass off. One of the biggest resolutions for most people is headed back to the gym. The gym is an absolute madhouse the first 2 weeks of the year. It's the time of year everyone heads back to the gym, killing themselves to get rid of those extra pounds. We're running on that treadmill like our life depends on it. Or in my case, walking like I'm being chased by a desert tortoise. Which, by the way, isn't as slow as you would think. We actually have 2 desert tortoises, and they beeline to the entrance of their enclosure every time I go in to feed them. They like to be spoiled and hand-fed. It's just really cool getting to feed these babies. They seem to get excited every time you show up I feed 'em, water 'em, and rub their shells with little scratches. The bummer now is they're in brumation, which is hibernation for tortoises. They will brumate from around, October, November until around March. It's really weird feeding them every day. Then one day they decide it's time to nap for the winter, and it's like they're on vacation, hiding for several months. I have to admit, I do miss them. They are fun, and I love seeing them every day. They are quick on their feet and fun to watch. I bet they could handle that treadmill better than me. It's also time to get back to the diet. Ooh, the dreaded diet. Maybe not even a diet, just not eating all the extra food we did during the holidays. We eat way more since it's the time of year where all those yummy dishes and desserts come out. I know, I find myself snacking and eating way more than I should. I also enjoy way more sweets than normal during the holidays, which is why the scale is not my friend right now. She's still that same lying bitch every day of every year. Another good resolution is to drink more water, although I think this one is unnecessary since I drink tons of water throughout the day, and I also have my coffee and wine. So I think I'm getting plenty of fluids. After all, if I drink even more water, I'll just have to spend more time in the bathroom, and we all know how much that sucks. I already know where most of the bathrooms are located when we go places. This tiny bladder rules the world and makes sure just when you're comfortable at night, you need to pee. I know you know what I'm talking about. Time to get up to pee again so you can get back to sleep if you are lucky. My resolutions this year are simple. Just get back into the swing of things and be thankful for every day. I just want to continue making the most of every minute, since we never know how long we have and how many years are left. I noticed recently some of the newer movies have actors we used to idolize living in old folks or nursing homes. Pierce Brosnan? What a hottie. He was 007 and Remington Steele. When did he get old enough to play a retiree? Chevy Chase? We would crack up over his many antics over the years. He's in a movie traveling the country with Richard Dreyfuss after they escaped a nursing home. Where did the time go? The point is, make the most of it. We aren't getting any younger, y'all. It seems retirement age is around 67, and they say life expectancy is around 78. So we pretty much have a good 10 years to fit everything in, so don't waste any of it. Too bad we don't get to live life in reverse, where we get to enjoy more of it before we start falling apart. How long until our resolutions expire? How long until we give up on them and get back into our daily routine? Quite frankly, I'm ready to be back in a normal routine. And don't feel bad if you give up too quick on your resolutions. It's your life, and you get to decide how you want to live it. I'll be living mine over here, full of sarcasm and wine. I'm happy to share both of them with you if you're interested. Before I agree to the 2026 year, I would like to see the full terms and conditions. I don't want to get trapped into another crappy year. And for my husband's sake, he better make sure he reads them completely. And he also needs to stop checking our marriage license for an expiration date, or he's going to get his very own expiration date. He won't survive into 2026. He's stuck with me, and there is not a damn thing he can do about it. So he better just buckle up, Buttercup, and enjoy the ride. Now that the holidays are over, it's time to start getting ready for Halloween again, right? The Grim Reaper just might make it into the new year and beyond. I wonder how many holidays he can rock new outfits and stay up towering over everything in our courtyard. As we ring in the new year, we toast to yet another trip around the sun. Remember, make the best of it. Don't sweat the small stuff. We all make mistakes, and it's best to just move on. As Bob Ross would say, happy mistakes. Happy trees. Happy trees. I know I should probably stop being so sarcastic, but I'm not a damn quitter. I also intend to stay the same foul-mouthed menopausal psycho woman I was last year. You're welcome. Happy New Year, and thank you for listening. Please take a moment to follow or subscribe so you're notified when the next episode is available. New episodes are available every Thursday. Let's have fun together, and please share this chaos with all your friends.
Thank you for listening to Still Stella, Living Life Sarcastically.